implementation's terrific and all, but never heard of it saving anyone from a gang rape type situation.
Well, the only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and water and heat.
Pulverized magnesium turnings are suspended in THF with iodine crystals. Bromocyclopentane is added dropways, forming the Grignard reagent cyclopentyl magnesium bromide in an exothermic reaction. A great way of making carbon-carbon bonds. Benzonitrile is added to the reaction mix dropways.
Yeah, it really does smell almost.
The cyclopentyl magnesium bromide acts as a carbanion, attacking the electrophilic nitrile carbon.
And this produces an imine, which is then hydrolyzed to ether.
The flask is charged with ether followed by aluminum chloride, the cyclopentylphenyl ketone, and a dropwise addition of elemental bromine. A Lewis acid stabilizes the enol phosphor, which undergoes an SN2 reaction, attacking bromine to form the bromocyclopentylphenyl ketone.
Yeah, the next step's a nucleophilic substitution reaction with hydroxides. And the hydroxide is going to be the source of the alcohol.
The bromocyclopentylphenyl ketone is dissolved in isopropanol with a 2 molar excess of aqueous potassium hydroxide. In an SN1 reaction, the bromine acts as a leaving group, and the tertiary carbocation is attacked by nucleophilic hydroxide ions, yielding the hydroxycyclopentyl ketone.
This is the alcohol product.
The hydroxycyclopentyl ketone is dissolved in methanol with a dash of 3 angstrom molecular sieves, followed by a solution of ethylamine and THF.
Ethylamine?
Lone pair electrons on the nitrogen attack the carbonyl, forming a hemianimal, which collapses after intramolecular proton transfer and elimination of water yields an imine that's isolated.
Here's the evaporated imine. Now we're just going to dissolve it in dichlorobenzene.
The imine solution is transferred into a microwave reactor for 5 hours at 145 degrees Celsius.
And you end up with the structure rearranging into beta-keto cyclohexylamine.
The defining feature of this synthesis is a thermal alpha-hydroxy-imine rearrangement. The lone pair on the imine nitrogen abstracts a hydroxyl proton, and electrons from the oxygen flow into a pi bond, while a ring carbon sigma bond migrates to the imine carbon, and electrons from the imine pi bond flow into the nitrogen, expanding the range to afford the thermodynamically favored isomeric product deschloroketamine in a single step.
And that last step it's a very strange reaction. It's not something that's taught in general organic chemistry.
The crude deschloroketamine freebase is purified by a column chromatography, and the identity is confirmed with ASAP-MS.
Why does fentanyl feel so good?